Hey beautiful! If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot oracle reader. Now my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, which is going to be a candle wax reading, and it's all about chilled messages from your future spouse. This is a reading I record every single month to get an energy update on, and yeah, as you can see, I have 3 piles that you can choose from, and today I have only cards, no crystal, because I felt guided to do so. As always, my dear, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is going to be pile 3. Please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And as always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal one, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what future spouse channeled messages do we have for you for today? As always, my dear, I'm gonna get you your candle wax ball for my beautiful pile 1. Please give me a moment to tune into the energies here for my beautiful pile 1. What messages does your future spouse have for you? I would like to talk about one thing. While I was meditating for you guys, I really felt like the energy that your future spouse was coming through with was a very new one. It was almost like through their energy they brought a lot of changes with them, and it was an energy that wasn't in a way familiar to yours. Okay, it's very weird to explain it, but I'm trying my best here talking about how the energies came through. And I really feel like your future spouse, my dear pal one, is someone who's going to be a new person. They don't feel like someone from the past. They feel like someone new coming towards you. That's just something I wanted to mention really quickly. So, yeah. Let's go back to the reading for my beautiful pile 1. For my beautiful pile 1, what messages do we have for you from your future spouse? I'm hearing we're meeting in the dream world. Wow. It could be the case for some of you guys. Of course, as always, take it how it resonates because this is a general candle wax reading. But I really feel like, my dear pile 1, that you guys are already connected with your future spouse. In the 5D though, you are already connected, but if we talk about the physical reality, their energy has not entered your life yet, but energetically you guys are already connected. And I feel like through that, in the dream world, you get some insights regarding their energy, or maybe you even sometimes experience certain things that are not describable, or not describable, not explainable. That's what I mean. Not explainable to you. Sometimes you may feel certain sensations that you can't quite understand, or other ways of expression in which your union is kind of coming forward. But I really feel like you already are connected. And it's interesting how I'm seeing 2 hearts and they're connected. So that's a love connection that I really feel like you and your future spouse have already experienced before in the past regarding not this lifetime, but for example, in other lifetimes, your energies are already entangled, they're already connected, and this is something that you guys are already feeling. And maybe a lot of you guys are feeling that they're coming forward. You can't really explain it, but you just know that there's someone out there, or there is a incredible like connection for you that you just already sense. I really feel like when you meet your future spouse for the very first time, it's going to be pretty obvious, because this connection is one that you can't fake. It's something that is so authentic, and it is something that you haven't experienced before. And your future spouse wants you to know that it's going to be intense. It could even be very, very intense for you, in fact. So they want you to prepare for it. And the best way to prepare for it is to be secure within yourself, is to feel grounded within yourself, that no matter what happens in the outside, you're in your inner balance. And the experience of getting to know your future spouse and meeting them, it's going to be an incredible one. It's something you've never experienced before in a partnership. But with these kind of connections, there is always this intensity that one may not expect. And I really feel like this is what your future spouse is, in a way, explaining here, for you to be ready for this intensity which is coming forward. I really feel like, my dear pile one, you are so greatly connected, and a great way to actually connect with them consciously in a way is through meditation. Of course, it is your own decision to, whether you want to meditate or not. It's your own free will, and yeah, you can choose whatever you want or choose against it, right? But just looking at the energy and what I'm seeing coming through from your future spouse, for me, it's almost like a, is advice the right word? I guess a guidance for you to know that, whenever you want to connect, you can do so consciously through your meditation. And speaking of meditation, for me, there is always this calm that comes with it, or in certain situations. And I really feel like, my dear pal one, your future spouse is also coming through with an advice for you to make sure that you rest enough, make sure that you take care of yourself, that you relax enough, and that you also take a break. I don't know why this message is coming through. I'm not getting any background information, but maybe some of you guys, you have been doing a lot lately, or you feel like you haven't taken care of your well-being in a very long time. Or maybe it's just what your future spouse feels like you really deserve at the moment. Maybe you have been doing so much, and yeah, you just haven't taken a day for yourself in such a long time. But they really feel like, take care of yourself. Make sure that you nurture yourself. This is something that is so, so, so important for your future spouse. I can't emphasize it enough. I really feel like some of you guys, you could have felt stressed out very, very much. And your future spouse just wants you to make sure that you take care of you, especially if you feel burned out or if you feel tired, right? To make sure that you can recharge again. Your future spouse wants you to know that there is something coming towards you in the form of a decision, which is going to be very, very important. I don't see this connected to your love life. I feel like this is kind of like an insight that your future spouse's higher self wants to bring towards you. And they want you to be very mindful of that decision and to trust yourself. And during the meditation I was doing for you, my dear pal one, this was definitely something that came forward big time. I felt like your future spouse wants to emphasize how important it is for you to trust yourself. Maybe some of you, you sometimes doubt this, or it's a little bit difficult for you to do so, but these are definitely encouraging words coming from your future spouse to believe in what you do and in your skills and what you have to offer and who you are and what you can create for yourself. And I'm also hearing, don't be scared of that decision. It's not going to be a bad one, but it's going to be an important one. And maybe this decision is, though, somehow connected to you guys. Maybe this decision is going to somehow trigger you guys meeting each other or opening a certain path through which you guys will meet. However it's going to be, I'm hearing, don't stress about it. Like, don't be scared of that decision. Go forward with calmness, with trusting yourself, and I'm hearing an open mind. What is this decision about? Can we get some more information? What is this decision about? I'm hearing nope. I'm not receiving any messages regarding that, so I guess it could be the case because maybe it's gonna be a lot of different things for different people watching this, but the main point about this message is to trust yourself. So really take this with you. Have more trust in taking decisions and in yourself, believe more in yourself. Remember, you are, the whole existence expressing itself through this little human body, right? You are a human being, but you are a spiritual being before that. And there is so much greatness to you. I know in the kind of world we're living in, we're getting constantly the complete opposite impression that we are absolutely not good enough and that there is so much that we don't or we can't live up to. But outside of this matrix, outside of this illusion, there is a complete different reality that you're also a part of. And see the greatness within you. And definitely can believe in yourself. I really feel like a big reason why your future spouse also has this message for you regarding trusting yourself and believing in yourself is because it gives us a lot of security within ourselves, right? And it makes us feel very powerful. And this is very, very important to express or to experience, better to say. If we believe in ourselves, if we really feel empowered, we go through life in a complete different way. And I really feel like this is what your future spouse wants you to embody. They want to see you high vibrational. They want to see you expressing your self-love because they love you. Your future spouse loves you and they want you to be in this vibration and not in a vibration that is full of self-doubt, maybe even self-hatred, right? Or negative emotions in general. And especially if we are in such a Maya, right? We're in such a illusion in which we have so much greatness, but we're getting the impression that we are the complete opposite, which we aren't. So your future spouse really wants you to find this security within yourself, because it's going to make your overall life so much easier. And it comes from the self perception, right? It also comes from trust. And yeah, my dear pile one, there's so much love. Like I can't even describe it. And your future spouse sees the wounded warrior that you are. They see the battles that you have fought. They know how strong you are. And they're so grateful to be connected to such a wonderful soul as yours. And they want you to know that they appreciate you. They want you to know that you mean so much to them. But make sure that you mean also a lot towards yourself, right? That you work on the relationship you have towards yourself as well, because it shapes so much. And another thing I'm getting here, by the way, I would like to say that I really feel like, okay, this is gonna sound so weird, but the way your future spouse's energy is coming through is very polite. Like, they're coming through as a very polite person. So maybe this is something that you're gonna notice on them, on something you're gonna really like about your future spouse. I really feel like, okay, it's almost like an insight that your future spouse is showing us. My dear, I really feel like when you meet your future spouse, it could be at the time when you guys come together for the very first time, physically speaking, that there is a new journey that you're embarking on, or almost like starting a new time in your life in which you are growing in a certain area in your life. And yeah, this is just, I guess, an extra message coming through here, but this is just something I want you to know. And I'm also receiving another thing. I really feel like when you meet your future spouse, the energy that you're embodying is one of confidence, it's one of self-trust, like trusting yourself and really believing in you. So I really feel like when we talk about this, you are you're coming forward, like you will overcome this and embody this energy that your future spouse is suggesting you to move forward with, because it will have such a positive impact on you and your life. So that's very interesting. I also would like to say, my dear pile one, always remember you are supported. You are divinely supported, and even when it comes throughout this journey, you're guided, okay? Just something I wanted to really quickly say here. So, my dear pile one, this is all I have for you for today. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, as always, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My dear pal one, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what chilled messages do we have for you from your future spouse? let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 2, let me get you your candle. For my dear pile 2, please, as always, give me a moment to tune into the energies here. For my beautiful pile 2, look at how big the flame, like, it's massive. Wow, okay. For my beautiful pile 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my dear pal 2, your future spouse wants you to know that, and this is exactly how it came through. It doesn't matter how cheesy it sounds, these are core feelings, and I really want to express it exactly the way it's coming through. I heard, okay, your future spouse wants you to know that you are their sun. You bring so much light into their life, so much optimism, so much brightness. You glow. And your future spouse wants you to know that they've never experienced such an energy. You recharge them. You bring such a wonderful side of them out that is so joyful, so alive. And even when things at times become dark, when the darkness surrounds them, your light shines through it, always. Wow, I really feel like pile 2, this is an experience that you guys have had in the past. This can definitely be a past life experience here. Like, there is no doubt about that. Because it was almost like you guys already know each other. I mean, maybe for some of you guys you have already met and you know who this person is. But for those of you guys especially as well who have not met them yet, I really feel like this is an experience that your future spouse is like almost telling a story, a past story that happened, and yeah, they kind of take the position of the storyteller here, of what kind of relationship it is that you guys have had at one point. And once again, for some of you guys, this could literally be something you guys are experiencing in the 3D because you already met them. And these could be things that they, want you to know. But this is definitely not only connected to this lifetime, also to another one. And so that's so interesting because pal 1 also got a past life energy. Wow. The age of Aquarius, definitely a lot of unions coming through, right? Let me go back to the energy for my beautiful pile 2. Another thing, your future spouse wants you to know that you are a natural healer, and you have always helped them to come back to themselves. Support them finding their harmony and remain peace. When your future spouse connects with your energy, it is healing to them, and it makes them be patient no matter how long, because the energy that you embody is one that makes waiting something pleasurable and not something bad. Your future spouse wants you to know that you have brought harmony into their life many, many times, and that this is something that they will never forget. So often you have supported them when no one else was supporting them. But the kind of love you guys had for each other was more powerful than all the doubt around you guys. Wow, this is definitely I almost feel like this is a love story. Like, your future spouse is sharing a love story that you guys had. Wow, what's happening? This is absolutely not what I expected. Let me see. Your future spouse wants you guys to start a secure new beginning in this lifetime, through which you can continue the journey of growing together. Wow. I heard, wow. Your future spouse you know what I heard, you guys? I heard we can overcome anything, and we have always overcome everything. Your future spouse sees you as a gift in their life. And no matter what happens at the outside, whether there is some kind of competition happening or whether there is some conflict happening, you guys always hold on to each other and go through it together. You have done it in the past, and you will also do it in the future. Wow, this is past life energy here. This is a soulmate. This is even a twin flame for some of you guys. Your future spouse wants you to know that through their connection you guys have in this lifetime, you're gonna explore your own potential and capability. You're gonna explore all the things that you have to offer, that you can give towards yourself and others. And throughout this journey, you guys have each other. Throughout this journey, you guys can support each other. Your future spouse wants you to know that what is coming towards you is a very unexpected transformation, an unexpected change, something that you right now do not expect, but it will help you to release what's not supposed to be in your life. And this rebirth, really, right? This transformation, it's all about. This is something I've said, I think, once in my reading, but it's a very long time. It could be like 2 years ago or so, but I remembered it. That's so interesting. Maybe some of you guys have watched this reading in the past, but I just saw an onion. You know, when we peel like an onion, there are so many different layers to it. What I'm being showed here is that you as well peel off all those layers to you that aren't resonating with you or aren't who you authentically are, or the layers of you that aren't serving you, that are in fact maybe sabotaging you or just not good for your well-being. And your future spouse wants you to know that this rebirth, this transformation can be pretty shocking because it really makes you see yourself like fully, even those parts of you that you may have hide away for a very long time, your shadow self, but it's necessary for growth. And they want you to know that it's okay to welcome it, even though nothing like this may be completely easy. I'm hearing it is necessary for you. It is necessary for you to look into your shadow self in order to become your greatest version. And you know, looking into like who your future spouse is and their energy, they are someone, my dear, who's very compassionate, someone who's very emotional, and yeah, they have a lot of empathy. And they're very, very sweet. And the things they are suggesting is for your highest good. There is also something very dreamy about your future spouse. Like, if I had to give an element for your future spouse and how their energy is coming through, I would definitely say like water energy, you know? They're coming through with water energy here. And speaking of water, I mean, not only the element of water, but we can even find this in the tarot, right? That the water element, or in the tarot, the cup energy, there is always, not always, but there is also this association. There is this association with the energy also regarding intuition. Of course, it depends on, you know, the card and stuff, because of course the cups energy cards have different meanings. But one thing maybe I guess I personally associate with some of the cards is this intuition, especially this emotional intuitive knowing. And I really feel like this is something that you are experiencing right now before, not before. This is something you're experiencing right now, perhaps. So maybe you are, yeah, you find yourself in situations in which you feel something and it's a knowing. You don't know where it came from, but you just sense it and you can't quite understand where it came from, who it belongs to, but it's just a sensation. I really feel like, my dear pal, too, this is something that you're experiencing, maybe even for some of you guys on a daily basis. These are insights coming through from your future spouse's higher self, from the connection, from the union you guys have. And it's interesting how I really feel like when you meet your future spouse, when you are with them, in a way, it's going to feel like a revelation. It's going to feel like an awakening in a way, because it's almost like awakening to a side of yourself that you're just about to discover. Maybe a lot of you guys have not been able to express or explore your spirituality, but I really feel like through your future spouse, you will dive into this. Not to say that your future spouse is spiritual. They could absolutely not be spiritual at all. But it's the connection. It's the connection that's gonna increase this and in a way push you guys towards this direction, to understand the connection better, to understand yourselves better, and perhaps what you came here to do, what your purpose of this connection in this lifetime may be, what your contract was before you came here. And I do feel like there is a lot of in a way knowledge. Yeah, is knowledge the right word? Yeah, knowledge, wisdom in this connection. A lot of revelations, as I said, that you are gonna experience, and it's gonna make you understand yourself better. For some of you guys, you will open yourselves up to a lot of truth, I'm hearing, regarding yourself, regarding your higher self, your soul journey. There is definitely a spiritual, growth here as well through this journey, through this union. And I really feel like your future spouse, they want you to know that. They want to give you an insights regarding the energies coming towards you. So, my dear pile 2, this is all I have for you for today. I am not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you and for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, my dear, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me and you would like to get further information regarding one, of course, you can feel free to email me. Lastly, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course, I invite you there as well. My wonderful and beautiful pile 2. Take care, my love. Hey, pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see what future spouse channeled messages do we have for you. Let's start straight away. For my beautiful pile 3, all right. Let's see. What messages do we have for you? As always, my dear, please give me a moment to tune into the energies here. Okay. Wow. The first message that I received from your future spouse is probably the simplest, in the way it came through, better to say, expression of love, which is I love you. This was the first thing I heard. Your future spouse wants you to know how much they love you. Maybe you haven't heard this in a very long time from your friends, from your family, from a partner. And maybe that's why this message came through first with like such intensity, because these are words that can be so powerful, but unfortunately we don't hear them often enough, right? Very often we don't hear how much someone may appreciate us, how much someone may love us. I mean, of course, there's so many different ways to express your love. It doesn't always have to be through words. It can be through action. It can be through different gestures, right? It can be so much. But still, I feel like for love, you guys, those 3 words, they mean so much, and you would love and appreciate hearing them more. Because for you, these 3 words, they have a lot of power and a lot of meaning. And It's interesting how your future spouse came through with like with such a force and with yeah, I love you sentence, because that's what you deserve to hear, my dear pal 3. Your future spouse wants you to know that you deserve love and you deserve to be told that. You deserve the affection and this beautiful, abundant emotion. And just because you haven't heard it or experienced it for or in a very long time, that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of it, because you absolutely are. There is so much about you which is lovable. There is so much about you which is just beautiful and sweet, amazing, I heard, and wonderful. And if you haven't heard these things in such a long time, or felt this way in such a long time, it is even more important for your future spouse to deliver these messages. Your future spouse wants you to know that you deserve a love that is fair, you deserve a love that is equal. And if you in your life have experienced, not only romantically, but generally in any kind of relationship, whether it's friendship or even family friendships, if you have felt fairly, if you have felt unfairly treated, you deserve so much better. And make sure you're aware of this. You know what you deserve. It's interesting how your future spouse is coming through with, yeah, in a way, so much serious energy. Maybe different points that are very dear to you, or have maybe even shaped you in the past, you know? But your future spouse wants you to know that, or better to say, let me tell you that, because it's coming through so much in your future spouse's energy. There is so much devotion in here. You are loved so much, my dear pal 3. So, so, so much. And it's interesting how, besides the energy of your future spouse, I'm also receiving your spirit team coming through. And it's just a push of love energy coming my way, which is meant for you. But it's just, it's so, so much. And honestly, it makes me very emotional because there is so much love sent your way, and it's such a shame if one cannot pick up on it, right? Or one isn't aware of it. Because sometimes we may feel like a certain way, right? And we may not even know how much energetically we are supported. And I really feel like this is so important for your future spouse, for me to deliver, or tell you better to say, how much you are loved. And that there is a higher energy, there is this spiritual room, there is this spiritual guidance that you have that is sending you so, so much love your way. Your future spouse wants you to know that you've been patient a very, very long time, and they know it. They know that you've been waiting for such a long time for this union, for this reconciliation. And you have been asking yourself, when will they come through? When will my future spouse come through? When will I finally be with them? And it's very important for your future spouse to Yeah, to tell you that even though in that moment it is so difficult to understand why you've been waiting for such a long time, your future spouse wants you to know that there is a reason for it. Their physical self has, or had better to say, to go through certain lessons in their life before they meet you. It was really important for their own soul journey to first experience the things that they went through. It is in fact something that before incarnating to this lifetime, they chose in a way. They chose to first experience. It's a growth. I can feel it. It's a growth journey. So when you guys meet, they have overcome this. Can we get more information about this? What is this about? What has your future spouse overcome, or what are they trying to overcome if it's still happening? Okay, I'm hearing it's a stagnation energy, it's a frustration energy, some kind of dissatisfaction regarding their life that brought them a very important insight or revelation in their overall soul journey even. So it's impacting their energy big time. And it has allowed them to understand themselves better and move towards their greatest version. It has helped them to understand their ego better, I'm hearing as well, which for some reason was definitely necessary to happen before you guys meet. Maybe because through that they transformed in a way that this version of them is what you're supposed to meet in comparison to who they were in the past. Maybe in the past they weren't as receptive to love as they are when you guys will meet. And your future spouse wants you to know that, or they want me better to say, to tell you that please have an what is the English word for it? I guess please understand that it was very important to them to go through that. Your future spouse wants you to know that. Wow, I heard they crave you so much. They crave the day that you guys can meet in the 3D as well, and there is so much explosion, so much energy that is gonna be set free when you guys meet. Definitely a lot of chemistry, a lot of intimate energy as well. A lot of fire that both of you guys are gonna bring forward, that this connection is gonna trigger passion that you guys could have never experienced with anyone else before. And your future spouse wants you to know that it's gonna be a very intense connection, because there is so much chemistry, there is so much sensation. And once again, I can literally see flames. It's almost like two flames. And then they come together, and then there's this explosion. Wow, did I say two flames? Well, maybe some of you guys are twin flames. But this is just something I wanted to mention here. Your future spouse wants you to know that... Okay, now I understand. So regarding this time that your future spouse, like something they chose to first overcome and then meet you, I'm getting a little bit more insights regarding that, and it really feels like some kind of a confusion, or you could even call it perhaps pressure that they went through, this stagnation energy that was attached to it as well. And when they meet you, this energy will not be there anymore. I mean, hey, maybe some of you guys have already met and, you know, they overcame this, but I feel like for the majority of you guys, you haven't met this person yet. At least not in the 3D. Your future spouse wants you to know that you are so beautiful. There is so much beauty within you. So much beauty that touches the heart, that nurtures the soul. And this energy that you carry within yourself is also expressed outside of you. Your physical beauty is something that shakes them. Your uniqueness, your energy is something that your future spouse's 3D self will not miss on. When they meet you, they will recognize you, because they could never miss you. Like, they could never oversee you, because you are such a light and colorful being. Your future spouse wants you to know that they're coming closer, and that even though you may be waiting for them, that doesn't mean that you can't feel love right now. Make sure that every single day you nurture yourself, you give yourself the love you deserve, because love comes also from within us. And there is so much around you. There is so much within you that deserves the love you have to give. So make sure that you allow yourself the freedom to, express yourself, and also make sure that you give the most important person in your life the love they deserve, which is you. That's very, very important to your future spouse. And there is another thing I'm receiving here. It's a message that, it could be a specific message, but it's just something that is, it's just coming forward. I really feel like someone watching this, maybe you have some kind of ideas in your mind. It could be a creative project. It could be something you really, really would like to do. Something which also makes you feel passionate or loved or expressive. There is definitely the message in here to have trust in your abilities, and allow yourself to daydream, and allow yourself to then go for whatever it is that is dear to you. Allow your colors to be expressed. Allow your creative energy to be seen. This is what I heard. My dear pile 3, this is all I have for you for today. I am not receiving any more messages. As always, my dear, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. Thank you so, so much for allowing me to read for you, and of course for allowing me to connect with your wonderful energy. As always, if you're interested or curious in a personal reading with me, and you would like to get further information regarding one, of course you can feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, of course I invite you there as well. My beautiful pile 3, take care, my love.